Listen to this. Parents in Indiana are taking their case to the Supreme Court after their son was removed from their home by the state because the parents refused to give transgender care and use the preferred name and pronouns. This is what the parents had to say last year when they first filed their case. Watch.
In June of 2021, we unfortunately had to become reluctant warriors when our child was removed from our home after DCS became involved in our family life.
As a father, I believe one of my main goals is to keep my children safe, and I can't do that when the state comes into our house and takes our kid because we can't, in good conscience, affirm his transgender ideology.
Neama Rahmani is a former federal prosecutor and president of West Coast Trial Lawyers, and Neama joins me now. Neama, I think lawyers and non-lawyers alike are all wondering, how the heck can the state of Indiana do this?
Well, Todd, I know the Coxes are saying this is the reason the state went in, but those proceedings are sealed. And I think I want to take the Indiana Attorney General's word on this one. And they said that they removed the child because they were suffering from a severe eating disorder for 2 years, so much so that they were suffering from severe bone and brain development issues.
Yeah, again, to that point, Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita is not a hardcore progressive. He's actually fairly conservative, so that does sort of explain a little bit. But to the extent that there is a removal of a child from a house and it's not for extensive physical abuse, if I'm a parent in another state, not just Indiana, do I have to worry watching this right now that a state, my state, can come take my kid?
Well, if there's a medical emergency, the standard is the best interest of the child. And if parents can't take care of their child, whether it's a transgender child, a cis child, or any child, it's the obligation of the state to step in and to ensure his or her welfare. It's just that simple. So I know the Coxes have a good story, and they're going to push this to the Supreme Court, but I don't think the justices are going to consider this case at all. They've rejected other transgender issue cases, and I think the last thing they're going to do is get into the factual weeds of this case and determine whether the Coxes are fit parents or not.
Yeah, they have demonstrated a reluctance to weigh in on anything in the transgender space. I think you're right. I think this case will follow suit.